In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I shot all of these groups using the exact same powder charge. Yes. So I interrupt this video with an important disclaimer. If we have our rifle here and your threads on the front of your barrel aren't cut 100% square, anything you add to the front of your barrel, I'm exaggerating this, but the bullet's obviously going to travel and hit something. So if your threads aren't 100% square or very square, when you add that insert all of a sudden to the front of your barrel, that's going to add another little bit and it's going to exaggerate any potential issue that you may have already had. So make sure when you're putting anything, whether it's our products or any other products, because I guarantee you my products are 100% square. I do not know whether your rifle, the thread was cut 100% square. So make sure before you put anything on the front of your rifle that you know everything is safe and there can't be any potential obstructions. Anyway, back to the video. Good morning, welcome back to another video. It is a stunning day outside. Now, today, I'm going to try and shoot a really good group with loading this same ammo. And the one thing we're going to use to change that is the tuner. Now, what the hell is this, you may ask? Well, you know, every now and again we do the Afrikaans word of the day. So in today's video, we're going to do one of the most Afrikaans things you can do. It's almost as Afrikaans as a double brandy and coke, which is the double brandy and coke, but it's a rusk, and we dip it into our coffee. Oh shucks, and I've just dropped it. This one has raisins and stuff. The real move is the buttermilk ones with no like health things in, but you know, trying to be healthy. And Right, now before we go there, I have to load up some other ammo, some 6.5 SS, and that's going to be a different load development we're doing, but I can't show you guys how we do that due to YouTube's lovely T's and C's. So YouTube person, this is a controlled environment. We will be shooting at a private shooting range. It is also a controlled environment. Would you know it? So this video should absolutely be monetized. Thank you very much, sir, ma'am, them, they, her, zer. Thank you. Standard deviation 3.1, speed 3,131 feet per second. Let's go. Alright, so I'm walking up to the target now. This kind of feels old school, Pete Skeet days. First round, I'm a 5-round group with an SD of 3.1. SD for our non-shooters is a standard deviation. And honestly boys, I don't know what the hell we're gonna tune here, because damn son, look at this. Okay, we're back baby. Okay, so that's our first group. That's gonna be controlled. That's 5 rounds. To put that little dot into perspective, that's the size of my fingernail. So what I'm gonna do now is adjust the tuner over. Every time I'm gonna adjust it by a complete unit. So I'm gonna adjust it from wherever it is now to the next big number, and then we'll see if that changes our group. In theory it should, but I mean, I know now that I can just leave it on the current setting. I think it was 6, and at 6 it's gonna absolutely freaking, let me just focus. At 6 we know it hammers. The speed's good. This is gonna be such I'm so freaking pumped right now. It's gonna be such a nice little Springbok load, you know, 87 grain burger at 3,130. Boom, baby, it's gonna be badass. So I'm freaking stoked, because yesterday I went to shoot some groups And like a complete rookie, you know, I assembled these rifles, and for whatever reason, the fore end on the HNT 26 was loose, and I shot a group that I wasn't stoked with. So yeah, I'm very much more stoked after I tightened the fore end. So and again, all of these loads are 32 grains of Varget, so I haven't loaded any different loads. The entire load of the whole batch is the same. I loaded 25 rounds of 32 grain Varget, and we should have different results by adjusting the tuner. Now essentially what we're trying to do is influence the harmonics of the barrel, because we want the bullet to leave the barrel at the end of a barrel whip, if that makes sense. So let's adjust the tuner and shoot another group. Right, so I've adjusted the tuner from the 6th position to the 7th position. We're going to shoot our second group and see if it gets better. What I'm going to do for interest's sake is leave the magneto and shoot the whole series without resetting it. So our SD over the last 5 shots is currently at 3.1. So this is obviously a testament to loading quality ammo. It's also a testament of how incredibly consistent the 6-dasher is. That is the cartridge we're shooting today. So without further ado, let's fire the next 5 rounds. Put this back. Okay, so our group is definitely bigger already, which is interesting, but to be expected. We're expecting to see groups opening up, and as we keep adjusting the tuner, we should see those groups tighten up again. So I'm gonna give the barrel a little bit of time. Our SD is currently sitting at 8, so still single digits over 10 rounds. Happy days. Guys, WTF. So I'm wearing my bright green trainers because they're the most comfortable shoes that I have to walk in. As you guys know, I had surgery on my Achilles about a month, almost 2 months ago, and this is the best walking that I've been able to do. But I find if I stick to my trainers and I have quite an aggressive heel raise insert, it's definitely pain-free. But you're not here to hear about my injuries, you're here about to check how do you shoot good groups with zero load development. Goodness gracious. So we've got 2 more groups from the first one. The first one is still the best, but it's quite interesting to see the POI shift. Speaking of POI, if you want to support the channel, join the People of Impact. Link down below for bonus content, early access to all videos, 10% off everything on my website. What the hell? That'll pay for itself. So yeah, I'll see you guys over at the POI, but let me show you my POI. So again, this was our first group over there, crazy small. Then that was the setting on 7. I think we're on 8 now, so we'll continue to shoot the next 2. Obviously that is a winner and probably a little bit of luck, let's be honest, that the first setting on the tuner shot that group. Pretty impressive. But you can definitely see that something is happening. So we'll adjust it once again and adjust it for the last group. Then I also have to shoot my 6.5 SS while a bee... Get out of here, guy! While a bee tries to get me, I still have to shoot some groups of my 6.5 SS, and we'll take it from there. Beautiful day out at the range. Now, if you guys are wondering about the chassis I'm shooting today, obviously shooting a lighter gun makes shooting good groups a little bit harder. I'm shooting the MDT HNT 26 carbon fiber folding stock integrated ARCA rail into the carbon fiber. This thing's crazy impressive. So shout out to MDT for being the sponsor of today's video. Shop mdttag.com for your next precision rifle chassis.
Okay, kom ons skiet nog 'n groepie.
So guys, after 15 rounds, our SD is at 8.4. Our average speed is 3,120 feet per second, 26 feet per second to be precise. Let's send the next batch. I have adjusted the tuner. We're on, is it 9 now? And I'm sort of using the Raptor cuts as my indexing line because, you know, on the Warbird, there are like specific marks that you can use as your sort of lineup effectively. A side benefit of making things look cool. I definitely pull that shot to the left. A little bit low. Was looking good. SD 7.7 baby. Over 20 rounds now. Alright, last 5 rounds. Tuner setting, we're on a 1 now, so we've moved another full unit over. Possibly rush that shot a little bit. Okay, so after 25 shots, our SD is 8.5, which is exactly what we need for precision, long range, you know, consistency across the board. Now, this I achieve through reloading properly and using our expander mantle, which is responsible for consistent neck tension, which leads to consistent muzzle velocities. So I really rolled the dice today, you know, with what I decided to do, because last night at about 11 o'clock I was like, am I gonna do actual load development, or am I just gonna load 32 grains and then tune up a load? And boy, am I stoked of how this turned out. So guys, these tuners are called the Raptor tuners. They're available now from Impact Pro Shop. They fit on both your Raptor muzzle brake and your Warbird. Woo! And they obviously work on both. Damn, boy. Right, have a look at this. So it's interesting here, obviously we were a little bit lucky with the first group we shot was over there, but then you can see the point of impact changed slightly a little bit and the group size changed too. I definitely rushed this shot that's sitting over there, but you can definitely see that starting to tighten up. Now what we would effectively see if I shot, you know, let's say 5 more groups and tried 5 more settings, we'd eventually circle back to something like this, perhaps even a little bit tighter than that. But I'm just gonna dial it back to that one and absolutely call that money for our upcoming hunt. Now you ask, Pete, why on earth would I need a tuner? So for a few reasons a tuner can be beneficial to you. Sorry, it is a little bit bright. Let me do this, which might not be too good for you guys, but definitely better for me. So let's say, for example, you were shooting factory ammo, right? Factory ammo doesn't necessarily group well in your rifle. So what a tuner gives you the ability to do is you can then tune the factory ammo to your rifle. Or if you were like me, you know, you were a little bit naughty, you didn't feel like doing low development. I knew, for example, that 32 grains worth of Varget would be safe in my rifle with the 87 grains because I was shooting 32 grains with a much heavier projectile. I also knew it would give me really good speed. So I was like, I'm going to load that and tune my rifle for that load. Now, the other option this gives you, let's say, for example, you were shooting a ladder test. And if you've ever shot a ladder test and you plot the data in Excel, you will see that there's like a, let me draw the chart here for us. You will see that there is a little plateau, okay, in your speed nodes. So what you could then do is you could pick a middle of that plateau. So if your powder throw was a little bit off this way, that way, you'd still be in that sort of speed node, and then you can tune that node for precision. So that is why tuners are awesome. Now guys, if you use the coupon code BELLA, you will have a small saving on our website, impactproshop.net. I will have a look out for your orders. Again, the people of Impact get 10% off. We will be shipping tuners to the United States. We ship Raptors, all of those lovely things to you guys. So make sure you get your orders in, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. I love you long time, and thanks for Modular Driven Technologies for making the sickest of sick chassis. There was a guy here earlier today that was shooting with me, and he literally pulled out his phone to take pictures of my rifles because he's like, he'd never seen rifles that look this cool. And that is why I put my rifles in MDT chassis. And obviously, as you can see, they freaking hammer. So there's that. Okay, bye.